Manchester United will have a new stadium for the future. According to Jim Ratcliffe, it is Manchester United's plan and Ineos's plan to build a new state-of-the-art stadium. It is looking absolutely magnificent. If you ask me, it looks like a stadium in Qatar or Istanbul, just the design. He also spoke about how the government's plan to renovate South Manchester, and he wants to include Manchester United's new stadium in that, because Ineos themselves and the Glazers can only afford to buy the stadium, but they cannot afford to renovate Southern Manchester. This seems very political if you ask me. I know for a fact through this interview, from my opinion, he wants to get rid of players. He spoke about how Amorim doesn't have 4 of the 8 top highest paid players at Manchester United available to him. He spoke about Mason Mount, Luke Shaw, of course Rashford who's on loan, Sancho is on loan, and Anthony is on loan. He kept speaking about the players who are on high salaries. I know Jim Ratcliffe wants to cut them off. He did admit that keeping Ten Hag was a mistake and said Ten Hag had a say in the transfers, alluding to the fact that he signed Dutch players, and kind of just sighed, which told me that I don't think he was really 100% for the Dutch players that he signed. Xerxes, De Ligt, who knows? A lot of people will say that Ineos were cowards because they did not want to make that decision on Ten Hag. Radcliffe came out and said it was way too early for them to make such a big decision. He also said that Amorim is the right man. He's going to stick with Amorim. And the second half performance against Arsenal was a glimpse of the future Manchester United. Is it enough for Amorim to solidify Manchester United's trust in him? I don't think so. We need to see that more on a consistent basis. However, it was an upgrade. He also said that the bill for Manchester United players coming back this summer, talking about Rashford, Casemiro, Anthony, Sancho, all the players that are returning back from the loans and the players that still have contracts, will be 89 million if they don't spend on anyone else. That's crazy. At least he came out and spoke about Manchester United. The Glazers have never done so. He looks like he is trying to get Manchester United back to the top. However, it seems more like a long to medium term project than a short term one. New stadium is really going to get Manchester United fans excited. But guys, don't get excited by Ineos too quick. Take your time. I'm not yet fully convinced. Let's see what happens. Good baller. Let me know what you think.